During the colonial era, legislative acts by British officials that exceeded their lawful authority were deemed void ab initio, having no legal effect as if they had never existed. Such acts carried the force of law only when performed within the bounds of English law. Consequently, when British officials in the American colonies attempted to enact slave statutes and disregard English legal traditions without lawful authority, these actions did not constitute a legitimate exercise of British governmental power. This explains why the British imperial government's failure to veto slave codes and Negro laws does not imply tacit approval, nor did it validate such colonial laws over time. This legal framework is crucial for understanding the unlawful origins of slavery in the British American colonies and why colonial statutes and laws supporting slavery never stripped enslaved colonial blacks of their unalienable liberty rights or their British ethnicity prior to the outbreak of the American Revolution in April 1775. Born in British colonial America made that individual an Englishman by birth, jus soli, and as slavery in the American colonies does not have a legal-based origin, was not authorized by positive law, and colonial enacted slave laws were abolished by Parliament's American Colonies Act of 1766, America's founding fathers improvidently insinuated the extra-legal practice of hereditary slavery into America's origin story after the American Revolution ended. The status assigned to the children of black women born in colonial America during the early 1660s was extra-legal, rooted in colonial slave codes and Negro laws created to construct the concept of race for political and economic purposes. These legislative acts were void ab initio, carrying no legal weight under English law during the colonial period. By English law, actions by British officials only held legal force when performed within the framework of English governance. The enslavement and exploitation of black individuals at the onset of the American Revolution in 1775 constituted a violation of English law and an act of racial tyranny. General George Washington attempted to dismiss these fundamental truths become evident when British Commander General Guy Carleton protested in the spring of 1783. Carleton argued that America's truce with England was being violated by widespread lawless actions in which American citizens were kidnapping and enslaving black colonials. This occurred before Congress ratified the treaty ending the Revolution. Carleton maintained that both black and white loyalists captured by Americans were English citizens and had always been. As such, they were entitled to liberty during the exchange of prisoners. Claiming black colonials were declared by colonial statute to be human property long before the Revolution, Washington resisted and even asked that they be surrendered to him, and this stalemate was broken only after the two negotiators had agreed to compile registries listing black colonials by name in American and English versions of what came known as the Book of Negroes. These listings, it was agreed, would serve as the basis for further negotiations that led to still further disagreements. Though Carleton had capitulated, he managed to secure the liberty for a fraction of the captured black Englishmen, 3,000 or so. In his eyes, they had reclaimed their British citizenship as English law required. In the end, the Somerset decision affirmed parliamentary sovereignty, the English Bill of Rights of 1689, and English law, which restored their rights as Englishmen, which established that after 1772, slavery in the American colonies became patently abolished in the run-up the United States declaring independence. Please share and visit our website at Wells Center on American Exceptionalism and look for future videos.